Like we always do about this time, I am Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. And today, my special guest is K Duce. What's going on with you, brother?
What's up with your family? Chilling,
Chilling,
man.
man. Let's take them back to the beginning, man. When did you start to take music serious?
As a child, I was like 5, and my cousin, he was much older than me. He was probably my mama age, but I used to always walk through the house rapping and singing other people's music. And once I heard him tell my mama, she say, "Face, he gonna be a rapper, a singer, or something." Every day he walked through the house singing other people's music. And from by me being a child and hearing it, it just let me know that I can possibly do it if somebody I know said it. And that was motivation for me to try it. But I never like as a kid, I never wrote nothing though. I ain't gonna lie. I was just good at freestyle. Like I'm still good at freestyling, but I was always good at freestyling, and that's how a lot of people actually knew me from. Back then they knew me from through school and through the projects, from freestyling.
That's what's up. And let's see. Trapbaby was the only project that you officially released outside of mixtapes.
Yeah, that's the only official one that I did release, and I also put a lot of work into it. But this second one, I don't know if I'm talking too fast, but second one gonna be a banger too though. But I love the first one too. I like the collaboration with Jay that I did because he from my hometown. He wasn't snobby about it. I reached out, we did, and I also put it wasn't difficult getting Lil O or Big Pokey on there before Big Pokey died. Cause I was actually supposed to bring Big Pokey down here with Lil O, but he ended up dying like days before the event or whatever.
Yeah,
That's how that went.
yeah. Rest in peace, Big Podine, man.
Yep, yep.
Is there any other plans for you to do any new collaborations with new artists or?
Yeah, I got Youngster and Erica Banks, which I just talked to them two on the phone. My partner Chris Steele was out there in Houston at Exotic Pop yesterday, and we communicating over the phone. And every time he seen somebody that I would like to work with, he went their way. I got on the phone with them. We chopped it up. They dropped their number, and from there it's gonna be history. And I actually like this one too because I mean the one that's fit to come because you know I'm able to work with somebody like Erica Banks who got a nice platform, who been on like what's that, not baddest, but whatever that sitcom show, and she got a nice platform. So I'm thankful for me just being an underground artist or whatever people might label me as, and being able to work with her. But this is gonna most definitely be a banger because on this one I also want to bring the culture together with the youngsters and some older cats and let them know it ain't about age. It ain't no age group thing. Music is music. This is gonna be forever be here. And music was created out of pain. I mean, just out of people going through pains and distress. So as long as you're creative and you can do your thing, I want to mess with you. If you from Beaumont, I want to allow you to get on this platform. But I believe in this one right here.
You said something interesting about age, and that's something that always comes up with rap music and rap music only. I want to ask you, how do you feel about that ageism conversation that surrounds rap music?
I just know a lot of people. I can't speak. Man, that was another phone call. You can hear me.
Yeah,
All right. I know a lot of people have a thing with age group. Like some older cats might not too much condone in what younger people do because of the way they make their music, and younger people they just always talking about older people. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand the war between it, but we could bridge together though, because at the end of the day, it's music, and music don't have age. Music don't look like nothing. BB King them and all them people being they made music. You know what I'm saying? And just I just feel like that gap need to be bridged to where our culture need to come together. Because a person like me, I always pay homage to the people who came before me, like learning them. No Front Page, Big Ben, you know, y'all, all y'all who made a way for us. And you know, before we was even really just taking rap serious, because we didn't know about posters and making CDs and doing all this. And if we wouldn't have really actually known about it, if we wouldn't have seen y'all do it, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta always pay homage. I'm never the type of person that'll disrespect anybody older or younger than me.
And that's
Yeah,
real, man, because you know it's a lot of that ageism conversation, and I don't like it, and I say it don't happen with no other genre in music, in R&B is respected, rock and roll is respected, country, gospel, all these genres, they respect the people that was before them. But in
yeah,
rap, it's not really like that.
yeah.
Um, I want to ask you, when you riding around and you're not listening to your music, what are you listening to?
I ain't gonna lie, man. It might sound weak or whatever, but I be on R&B really though, man. I don't get me wrong. I jam other artists. Like I ain't no Young Boy fan, but I might jam one of his songs, some that I like, or cause really I don't. Sometimes it be the words, but more so it be the creativity within what you doing. You know what I'm saying? And that always give me so Young Boy. I like Fredo music, but I more so like his grind, the way he had to come home from jail, homeboy died, and he had to withstand going against one of the top artists in the world and possibly being killed, and he survived as long. So I salute that, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't really had too much of no help, like no major platforms and different people messing with him. You know, he had to come through the game blackball. I listen to some Lucci, but the Flip is my favorite artist though in the whole wide world. You know, people might look at me crazy when I say that, but that's my favorite artist in the whole wide world. And but I'm basically when I'm jamming R&B because I know I like to just be at ease, just chilling majority of the time. So yeah,
Yeah, I ain't tripping on the R&B blast. I mean, I'm one of them people that I think my music pretty much have a day of the week, and the R&B day for me would be Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Sundays is I'm starting off the day with old school, and by the time nightfall come, that's when the quiet storm, slow jams. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's what I be on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Because it remind me of 102.
yeah.
102 used to do that on
Oh
Sunday.
man, did it, man. Oh man,
Yeah, they used
they
to
on.
go live. I gotta ask you this question because I ask everybody this one. Does K Duce have a top five best rappers?
The top five. I ain't. Nah, I really just got a favorite artist, and that's the Flip. To be honest, man, I never really did a top five, and I ain't gonna even lie, because it's tough because you could one day cornbread numbers could be killing mine, and then the next year my numbers killing him. You know what I'm saying? So I can't compare them off numbers. And as far as who I like, I jam like I'm an artist, so I like art. You know what I'm saying? So I just have a favorite rapper. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I feel that. I have to ask you this question because the way we met was through a friend of both of ours who is no longer with us. So I want to ask you, do you have a favorite memory with SEMO?
Oh yeah, I mean all the times we ever just was in the studio, but my favorite one, man, it was winter time. We was in the studio. He stayed off Linson and Caldwell, I think. And we used to be in the back room. The back room used to be cold in the winter time, man. But we was in there, and I was doing the song off the Leather So Soft. And I just used to always like the vibe when we in there and how he used to mix me down and all that type of stuff. And plus, also, C-Mo showed me a lot with the game. The majority of my album covers came from C-Mo. You know, if people go back and look at all my album covers, like majority of them came from C-Mo. You know, and he done made beats and everything for me. He just motivated me and showed me. He showed me a lot about the game. I ain't gonna lie. Showed me a lot, man. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Smoke, man. And
R.I.P.
then
to SEMO.
also we from the same neighborhood too. You know what I'm saying? So that was a plus on top of that.
Gladys is I'm from the Pale Orchard, but I recognize all of Beaumont. And Gladys is a special street because I have a lot of friends who are from Gladys. If you talk about Lil Lurdy, if you talk about Loke, if you talk about Bubba Chuck, if you talk
Yeah,
about Simo, you talk
yeah,
about yourself. I
yeah,
can go on and keep naming people, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that it's a special street, and the people from that area
yeah. It's
ended
really
up, you know, I'm
yeah,
gonna let you.
it's really a very special place. See, people don't even know it got a lot of history. Like they don't know Ike then performed at the club that was called Joyland LG's. You know, it was the whole Gladys Street was black owned at once upon a time, from the barber shop to the nail shop to the stores to the whatever grocery stores. Everything was all black owned. You know, it was a whole community, like this, like a whole family thing going on around here. You know, this history around here is really deeper than just you know, what people might hear about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say too much, but when you say Gladys, it's self-explanatory. But I'm just saying it's deeper roots than what they know of. Yeah, we got a cool culture around here too, though. Also,
And speaking of culture, for years I've been saying that a lot of artists in this area need to embrace our own culture instead of adopting other people's culture. What do
yeah,
you think about that?
I believe that too because and people, I might catch some slack from saying what I'm finna say, but I'ma say it, man. When I was coming up, I ain't gonna lie, Big Ben them, I always heard them screaming local stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like people in my area, they was felt like they had to scream different things that was going on in Houston and H Town and stuff. And I was one of the ones who always was talking about the street near you. You know what I'm saying? You gonna hear me mention that street, whether it's from the north, south, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I always feel like we need to embrace our own type stuff. But I really, yeah, I feel like we should just show people that we got a culture too, that we, just do it for ourselves, not the next city or the city over. You know, it's cool to rap about some of this stuff or do what they do at the end of the day though. But this Bowman though, we different. You know what I'm saying? They know we different because I done seen them and heard them on podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Speak on us. So
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with embracing your own identity. You know what I'm saying? And that's all if that would be in place, then maybe our music scene would be in better shape. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. But I want to talk to you about Trap Baby and what made you create that movie.
watching a movie that they made in Houston. I think it was called Candy or something. It was called something, but it was some females going around robbing niggas, and then they end up having a scene. The caption said Bowman, and they robbed some dudes. The dudes was supposed to be lacking playing a PlayStation in there, and the female left out. I don't know, she left the door open. However they went, they robbed them, and I wasn't upset, but I ain't too much like it because I'm like, if you know how music and movies are, people see that character up in there and believe that's who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh, so I was like, oh yeah, yeah, and I ain't like that the fact that they had robbed some dudes from Beaumont because I know people, whatever they see, they believe it. Especially on the internet or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so I say we ain't gonna keep that stigma. I'ma just come with a movie. Cause the only person I had knew that had did a movie in Beaumont before I did was Terrence Weaver Smith. But I don't think it was more of a like street culture movie, and so I came with a street culture movie, and we actually did it, man. No pen and paper, just our freestyle, and I actually I ain't gonna say produce, but I did the like when people will get on the scene, I'd be like, all right, this how the next scene need to go. Lights, camera, action. Y'all, so y'all know what to say. That's just like you, Cornbread. If I say, hey, this next movie, next scene, we gonna be shooting at each other, and whatever we say, and then we know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just naturally with us, and that's how that movie came about. We didn't write no scripts, and then we freestyled that whole movie
man,
from the
that's
beginning to the
incredible,
end.
man. I think the movie lane is incredible, man, because that's something we probably dreamed about a long time ago. Like if we could make a movie, and now technology has afforded us the opportunity to make movies. I mean, people can shoot movies off their phone. You know what I mean? And that's it's that changes up the game. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And if you could
even the
take
playing.
advantage of that,
Yeah, I feel like it even the playing field. I actually feel like that's a great thing they did because you got to think about it, cornbread. When I was younger, and you probably a little older, but when you was younger, it was hard to do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But now you can make a song on your own now. You know what I'm saying? So we give everybody an equal opportunity to make some money. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got a lot of artists who we never heard of, but when you see them, they got a bunch of jewelry and a bunch of money. You know, they in they region wherever they from, they grinding off their phone 9 times out of 10. So I think that's cool that now they done left the playing field with the big guys, the big guys. You can even get on Tubi. You can be, people could be at their house streaming your movie.
yeah, that's real. I want to ask you about what would make the scene out here better. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh,
it's been a lot of division. You know what I'm saying?
I
For
can't
years, it ain't
can't
just
say
the
that again.
division didn't just start. So what would make the Beaumont scene better?
If I'm gonna tell you what'll make the scene better if everybody work with everybody without egos, you know. And I say that because when you look at DJ Screw, when you look at Swisher House, they came together as a unit and moved as a unit, and they turned on. And when you look at Atlanta, they all came together as a unit. When you look at these movements that was created, it take a lot of people working together and supporting one another. You know, that way that because you got people that like you, I got people that like me. Why would we separate our fan base when we could bring them together? Like we got to make it make sense. And these days, you can get so many streams. So if you got 50,000 people that fuck with you, and I got 50,000, we just got 100,000 streams off the rip. We might as well say 100,000 or 200,000 because one person gonna tell two people. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like if we come together, everybody just get to collaborating with. I don't like leave out that I don't like this person. I don't fuck with this person type shit. And yeah, I believe we can make some great things. I know we can make some great things because it's too much talent. And I ain't gonna name no names because I don't want to leave people out and do all that extra stuff. But from the video shooters, from the rappers, from the beat makers, from the video cover makers, we all got something within our own, and we all have a fan base. But imagine if it collide, if it come together. You know what I'm saying? We merge it together. We can accomplish some great things. Imagine if we got a 20-man mixtape, even if it's just two people on each song or three people on a song, but we are promoting this one mixtape. And in the streaming era though, this ain't just going around selling CDs era. This a streaming era to where man, that's what you get paid for a click. For a
Right.
motherfucker to click that motherfucker. They ain't gotta do nothing but click it. Man, it'll do a lot.
Well, I mean, I think I've gotten burned a few times by having my hand out. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why I haven't been really been doing too much. But I would like to see some type of unity. Truth be told,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's just because when I look at other places, they are unified. When you go to
yeah,
Houston, they're unified. When you go to
yeah,
Atlanta, they're unified.
yeah,
They're unified in LA, they're unified in Chicago, all these different places. And it seemed like out here, everybody just in their own corner. But before we get up out of here, is there anything that you would like to say? Anything that you would like to promote?
I like to tap on what you just said, yeah. But I kind of understand that because it was a point of time when I just rapped with Greg K and Stunner Low. We was in our shell. We felt like with no music like ours, it was just how our ego was set up. You know what I'm saying? And we thought that was the way to go. And the whole time it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? We should have been collaborating with more people. You know what I'm saying? And just mingling with more people is always great. You know what I'm saying? It's so many benefits. I can't even start describing it because I might know somebody that can. I might not even really have the skills. Just say I ain't really got the skills, or I can't make a beat real good, but I know some people in Houston who could put us in a position, you know what I'm saying, to really eat or just different things to that nature. We all could be utilized for whatever our reason, you know what I'm saying, and just play our position and take off. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate you. I've been trying to get you on this show pretty much since I made it.
Yeah,
Uh, you know what I'm saying? Because it's important to, I mean, the reason why I made this platform in the first place is because in Beaumont we don't have no platform like this. We don't have
yeah,
no platform for artists to
oh,
come and
yeah,
speak and talk
yeah,
about themselves or talk about their music. And I
yeah,
felt like that was important. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna be dead honest with you right now.
for
A lot
sure.
of people, a lot of people flaked on me. A lot of people I asked to do interviews, they agreed to it. And then when it came time to do it, they didn't answer their phone, didn't
Yeah,
return no messages. And
yeah,
it kind of turned my back on it a little bit as
yeah,
in terms of talking to artists from this area. So
yeah.
now if you notice, if you go down my YouTube, I got more interviews with artists outside of here than I do
Okay,
with artists who are actually from here. And that's not by, mistake. I tried to get a lot of artists on the show. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I do try to holler at people and be like, hey, you want to come on, speak your piece, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
you can't make people, you know what I'm
I
saying? And
think
I'm not gonna go crazy trying to. So
I think that come from man, we so close to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody in Beaumont that I know that do something, man. We just be so close to the streets that, man, you had to grow. We had to learn, and a lot of people haven't learned. And that just as an artist, you know what I'm saying? Um, People probably put the streets first, or whatever else. And I like you say, Vince. You say they didn't answer and they flagged that. But I sometimes, cause I done been in that position before. People ask me to do stuff, but when the time comes, I be like, damn, I did promise them this, but the time ain't right. I might not have no clean clothes on. My hair might be all over my head. You know what I'm saying? Different things to that effect. But I want to say to the artist, if that's the case, just reach back out and say, hey, man, this the situation. And I understand you because I'm like that too. If nobody want to move in my area, I'm going to go to the next because this is my grind. This is what I want to do. I'm gonna keep on going. So you ain't never wrong from doing what you did. You know what I'm saying? You got to build your platform because that's how you gonna feed you. That's how you gonna feed your family. I just went and did a light 17 months in TDC, and hey, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta feed your family however you gonna feed them. You can't, if people don't wanna go with the move, shit, you keep going with your move. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, people will catch on. It might be too late. They might have to pay to get on a platform. Cause I offered that first, you know what I'm saying? But however that goes, you know what I'm saying? I respect everything you're doing. I respect everything about you. I seen your grind just as well you seen mine, you know what I'm saying? I respect anybody with a platform or without a platform, but anybody with a platform that's trying to do something, because I know how hard it is in Beaumont. And it's I ain't gonna say favoritism, but people like who they like. Like coming out of high school, a lot of people had a lot of friends, so when they drop their music, a lot of their friends gonna support that. And I don't look at it as favoritism. They're just the people who know them, who like them, who support them. They're just like my son play football, and my whole family gonna support him. And it ain't nothing against the team, but we out here rooting for my son. But we love the whole team, though. You see what I'm saying? And I kind of look at it like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Or
that's
whatever.
real, man. Uh I did. You did say something about because you was gone for a little while, and this is something I wanted to ask you too. When you left, it was already wild to a
Yeah,
degree.
yeah.
Oh, but how does it feel coming back and seeing how wild it is now? Oh
Shit,
my
man.
goodness.
It's super crazy, man. Shit, I wish I could change the world or whatever, but I can't. And yeah, it's a lot of things going on, man. And I think it's just how the city going right now. It's a lot of lack of parenting. You know what I'm saying? When you start allowing a 13-year-old to come in your house with a gun, or be in the streets and you scared of your own kid because he have a gun, because mine gonna have to kill me. You better get your ass in this motherfucking house, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Fuck your friends too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. I'ma stand on business, and I just feel like in the black culture, there ain't too many. I don't want to say uncles and just like I'm putting, trying to cap and say this why we bad, but They say it take a community to raise a child. So shit, I just feel like it ain't that no more. Cause back in the game, a youngster couldn't be on the block trying to sell no dope. You had to get your ass from up here. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have that. And also we don't have a lot of programs to where kids can be consistent in something that they like doing because everybody don't want to play basketball and football. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to do other things, or some people just want to chill, and we don't have a lot of things for them to do. That's why I respected that little fun day, Sunday fun day thing they was doing at the park because it brought the people together. You could have your kids out there, people could play and enjoy themselves. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I think more stuff like that kind of keep some slack down, but or maybe it's the sun. I don't know. Right now, you can't control people, and I hate to say youngsters like I'm just trying to throw them under the bus, but that's who fucking the game for right now. They killing left and right. Every time you see it on TV, he's 17, 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? With a whole murder charge, and you just took somebody's kid away, and you also took yourself away from your family. Also, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, but I came home and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. But I was hearing about it when I was locked up. I'm like, God damn, that happened. That happened. Damn, like, damn. Every weekend
I
somebody
mean,
getting knocked out wherever. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's why. But I
it's
always
real
been a
bad.
person who I'm me, but I'm gonna stay in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't really be having too much of that coming towards
It's
my way because I believe in God. But at the end of the day, I know how to move.
it's very bad, man. I gotta be strapped everywhere I go.
I can't hear
And
you.
I don't do nothing but music. You know, I don't do nothing but music and this podcast. But
I can't hear you, Greg.
I gotta act like I'm in Chicago or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn, I
and that's
can't hear
not
you.
because I have a problem with somebody. That's because I don't know what the next man thinking. I don't know what this little dude over here got on his mind. He might be like, I'm having an all right day. I don't know if this dude in front of me having an all right day or not. You know what I'm saying? So to prevent something from happening to me, I gotta protect myself. You know what I'm saying? But I be having to catch myself like, damn, Brad. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, because I'm not a violent person. You know what I mean? So the fact that I'm walking around with it every day on me be like, damn, you got to walk around with that shit on you every day, but you got to. You know what I mean? And I don't want to go too deep because we could talk about that shit for hours. But I do want to tell you I appreciate you, what you doing as an artist. The fact that I met you through SEMO, God bless. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you did a movie, because that movie thing is important. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you're gonna continue. You know what I'm saying? All of this is important and relevant to what everything is, what you have going on here. And I want to say salute, much respect. I appreciate you taking time to holler at me. When you get the new projects together, we're gonna have to sit down and have another conversation. Uh, and shit,
Yeah.
man, you shall see me in the mix because I'll be out riding out and about today. You know what I'm saying? You
What
might
you
see
doing,
me.
bro?
You know what I'm
What you
saying? So
watching?
and
Hey, Brad, I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on.
I could hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Because I'm basically trying to read your lips. You know what I'm saying? But, man, I want to say, man, it's a good interview, man. Rest in peace, Donna Low. Rest in peace, Greg K. Free Lil D. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the real, Overflow, Kid D, and a lot of more people, you know what I'm saying? But Cornbread, man, I like this interview, man. I'm gonna have to come. I want to come sit with you next time, man. I hope we could do it again. And as soon as I drop a program or whatever, but I got some stuff coming up. I want you involved. I want you involved in the movie, and I want to do some moving. And due to the fact that I don't know, it might be my phone and my connection or whatever that is messing up. But I want to go on in this that way we can keep what we got, and then we gonna come back with something better. I want to so we could be in person. I could really hear you.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate you, bro. And shit, on behalf of Mr. K Duce and the good people at One Man Records, I am Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal
Time to
honesty and
go.
real hip hop music. And until next time,
There's something
everybody,
going on, right?
peace. and love, because that's what the world needs in a major way. Peace and love. You know what I'm talking about?